the penny whistle project, I had a bunch of leftover materials. I found a way to use those to build a fire piston. Start with a 13-inch long piece of 1/2 inch CPVC. You'll also need a 1/2 inch CPVC end cap. We're going to put some primer on the end of the pipe and on the inside of the cap. Then we'll use CPVC cement on both parts as well. Then we can slide the cap over the pipe, give it a 1/4 turn twist, and hold it in place for 15 to 30 seconds. Now the PVC part's complete. Then cut a 1/2 inch wooden dowel down to 15 inches long. When you're done, you should have a wooden dowel that's about 2 inches longer than the PVC. Your dowel should just barely fit inside of the CPVC. It's going to be a little bit too snug for this project, so we're going to have to do something about that. Just going to take some sandpaper and sand down the entire dowel until it fits into the PVC. You should be able to slide it in and out relatively easily. Now we're going to cut a small cup into the end of the dowel. I just use my knife to do this. It should look something like this when you're done. This is where we'll put the kindling later on. Now we need to cut an O-ring groove onto that same side of the dowel. Cut the groove about 1/2 inch away from the end of the dowel. It should look like this when you're done. Now we're going to use a 1/2 inch outer diameter O-ring. Slide this on the dowel into the groove. Now we'll cover it in some petroleum jelly for lubrication. The piston should fit nice and tight into the PVC, but you should be able to slide it in and out. Next I'm going to use a small piece of homemade char cloth as kindling. We'll set it into the cup on the end of the dowel. And now the piston should fit nice and tight into the end. It should be an airtight seal. To light the kindling, you need to slam the piston into the PVC very hard and very fast. If you do it right, your kindling will ignite and you'll have a small ember. You can use this ember to start a bigger fire. The reason this works is because if you compress a gas quickly, you not only increase the pressure, but you also increase the temperature. If you do it fast enough and hard enough, you can get the temperature high enough that you can light kindling on fire. You have to use something with a really low ignition point though. For example, I use char cloth, which has a really low ignition point. You need something that can light with a very low temperature. Once you have that ember, you can use it to start a real fire. Be sure to like or subscribe if you want me to keep making these videos.